So I wanted to do an update video on my recovery for vestibular migraine. I did a video about four or 5 months ago, and I talked about all my symptoms and how long it took me to get a diagnosis, and just how absolutely miserable it is. But I'm here to give, this is all good, all good. So it's been about 4 or 5 months, and I'm on amitriptyline now at 75 milligrams a day, and I've been at 75 milligrams for about a month, and it seems to be doing great. So I wanted to tell you, so at the end of my first video, I talked about I had gone to the grocery store and just had gotten a few things, and I had started driving just a little bit here and there, and I started going for walks by myself down the sidewalk and stuff. So, and I was really thrilled about it, and it's awesome. But since then, I've got my life back. So I am now working full time. I've been working for 3 months, and it's great. I drive. I actually got a new car, and it sticks, so I'm having fun driving and riding my horse again. Walking is great. Doesn't bother me at all. I don't feel the pulling sensation. I don't feel weird when I'm on slants anymore. Let's see, what else? I'm back at work, and I'm laughing again and carrying on with people down the, at work, and my laugh just kind of bellows down the hall, and I'm sure people are like, oh, she's back. But I'm so happy, and I'm thankful to my boss and my coworkers for all taking me back, because I was gone for about 7 months, and I know it was not easy, and I'm just so glad that I got my job back, and I love it. I'm so happy. And I also went on vacation. I went to Vegas. Just got back about 3 or 4 days ago, and my husband and I went, and it was great. We had a wonderful time. I flew for the first time since all this started, and I was really nervous about flying because I didn't know how it would feel, and I did great. I did really good. The only thing that kind of bothered me was the ramp that goes to the plane, the little walkway thing, and I felt a little weird on that, so I had kind of a bouncy feeling, but I just ignored it. Who cares? It went away. It wasn't a big deal. So the flight went great. I was in Vegas. I was gambling. I was drinking wine, not red wine, white wine, because the red wine's a no. It's a migraine trigger. But I have white wine, and I do drink white wine regularly because I like to have a glass of wine. And my doctor says it's not typically a migraine trigger, so I'm not going to sit there and drink a bottle of it or anything and get drunk. That would be dumb. But I do have some wine. Anyway, I'll tell you about my diet in a minute, but I wanted to just tell you, first of all, that all the things that I'm doing, it's all like a normal. I'm as normal as I can be, but I feel pretty normal again. I have a couple of bad days here and there. Sometimes the pressure will build in my head a little bit. Sometimes I'll get, my last video I talked about a rocking sensation. Sometimes now it's more like a bouncing feeling, and I do get that every now and then. Like some days I'll go days without feeling it, and then other days I'll feel it. Or sometimes in the car, after I drive and then get out of the car, I feel it for a little bit, and then it goes away. It always goes away usually, so it's not a big deal. It's pretty much going away. It's almost gone, so I'm thrilled. But anyway, I wanted to tell you what's working for me. 75 milligrams a day of amitriptyline. Take it at night about 7 o'clock. And the amitriptyline will make you tired. When you start taking it, and I think this is with nortriptyline too, when you first start taking it, you're gonna feel so tired. It's gonna be hard to get up in the morning. You're gonna feel like a zombie, and you're probably gonna feel worse. And it does get better. I've got so much energy now. I get up, I go to work. It's fine. It does get better. And every time you increase, like I had to increase like 10 milligrams a week, And every time I would increase, I would have a couple of bad days where you feel worse and more just head pressure and bouncing, and dry mouth was a big symptom I had, or side effect. And what else was I going to say? Oh, I had a bad headache for about 4 days after one of my increases, and that went away. But anyway, what really helps with the sedating effect of the amitriptyline, I found, again, I'm not a doctor, okay? I'm telling you what worked for me. I take CoQ10. I take it in the reduced form called ubiquinol, and I take 300 milligrams a day. I take one in the morning, one around noon, and one around 3. It does give you energy, so you probably don't want to take it too late, but I found that that helped balance out the sedating effect of the amitriptyline, and I swear by it, it works for me. And I also take, this is a big one, magnesium. I take 400 milligrams of magnesium every day, and that's, my doctor said to take magnesium, so it's a real big thing for migraines. And I guess some people, the magnesium alone could help you not have migraines anymore. So it's a big one to take. So I take 400 milligrams every day. I take 400 milligrams of vitamin B2, and I take that like 200 milligrams in the morning, 100 milligrams around noon, and then another 100 milligrams around 5 o'clock. Fish oil, I take fish oil. Vitamin D, I take vitamin D every day. I take 3,000 IU, whatever it's called, because I actually, when I got my blood work done, when all this started, I am vitamin D deficient. So, and the only reason I mention it is because apparently that is kind of common for people with migraines, to be lacking in some vitamins and vitamin D. So I make sure to take that, and I take it all in the morning with Ensure. It's really pretty good, tastes fine, and it's, you know, it has a little bit of fat in it, so I think you're supposed to make sure to take, especially like magnesium needs to be taken with some fat, some fatty kind of something. So I guess it helps it absorb better. So I found that taking all my vitamins in the morning with Ensure is a good thing for me. And plus you're getting all those extra vitamins and minerals and things. So I'm really starting to think it's a lot to do with vitamins deficiencies and minerals. Again, I'm not a doctor, but just saying. But the other thing that I've been doing is I went on a pretty strict diet, migraine diet. I don't eat all the normal stuff that are on migraine diets, like no caffeine, no red wine, that one sucks, no chocolate, I don't have nuts, because I was drinking almond milk for a while, like, because I quit dairy years ago. So I tried drinking almond milk, and I started to wonder if that had something to do with all this, because I just started drinking it regularly. So I gave that one up. So I just kind of gave up all nuts for a while. I'll try them again. But yeah, so I drink coconut milk now. But what else? Aged cheese, that one sucks. I love having like a good cheese. No, it's not a good one for migraines, I guess. MSG, I don't eat things, MSG, I try to stay away from like prepackaged foods and stuff like that, and just try to eat as natural as possible. Let's see. Yeah, I do have white wine though. I asked my doctor, and she said that it's usually not a migraine trigger. I don't sit there and drink a bottle or anything, like I said, but I do have white wine, and you know, you can't give up everything. Come on. So I do have that, and I drink lots of water during the day. I bought spray magnesium, because I guess your body absorbs it pretty well. So I spray that on my, I guess they say to do it your feet. I don't know why, but I spray it on my feet a few times through the day. What else? I guess that's it. That's the stuff that's been working for me. I also, when something bothers me, say you're walking and something throws you off, I don't know. Some people have the visual stuff throw them off, which I did. I did have a lot of visual problems before, like things would just, if something was weird, like something moved in one way and something moved in another, and it's weird. The things that will set you off, you just have no idea what will do it. And then sometimes, like, definitely different floors, or floors that don't feel as solid. I've always had not always, but since all this, had problems with really cushy chairs, like really comfy chairs that give a lot, things like that. They would throw me off, and they still do at times. But so what I kept doing is, whenever something bothered me, I just make myself do it again, and it just gets better and better. So I would think vestibular vestibular physical therapy or something would probably be a good thing, because it makes you do those things that make you uncomfortable. Or, if you're like me, just do it out in the world. Just keep making yourself do it again and again. So what else? I guess that's it. I just try to keep doing what I would normally do, and just ignore if something bothers me, and eventually it doesn't bother me anymore. Like I said, I'm not 100% yet. Pretty close to it most days, but yeah, I got my life back. I'm happy. I'll give another update, hopefully, maybe in a few months, and see if I'm still having a bad day here and there. But please, there is hope. There is hope. You will get your life back. Don't give up. And one thing I want to say, please, I'm not a doctor, but I think people may not give the medications a chance, because it doesn't happen overnight. I've been on it 4 or 5 months, and I probably say in the last month, I've really had this huge, increase in feeling better. It's really improved so much in just last month even. So I think it's something that you just got to stick with, because it's so gradual, and maybe we all want to just flip the switch and we're feeling better, but it doesn't really happen that way with this. So, another thing, what I started doing when I first went back to work, I had some pretty rough days here and there. And what I started doing is sort of rating each day. I have this calendar at work, an electronic calendar, and I just put like between 1 and 5 and rank how did I feel that day. And now, after 3 months, I can look back at that, and I can see the first few weeks of being back at work, I might have had 2s and 3s, so it wasn't really great. And then I noticed, the next month it was more 3s and 4s, and now I'm getting like where I'm rating 5s, which is what I can, in my little ranking system, is like a great day. So I'm getting, it helps. So you can see that maybe from one day to the next, you're not noticing that you're doing better, but if you can look back and see a pattern like that, it helps. It really helped me. So you can see I have plenty of energy, because I can't shut up. I talk so much now. It's funny, when I went back to work and people will come in and say, hey, hi, welcome back, how you doing? I'm like, I just start talking, and you can see I'm kind of backing out of the room, like, yeah, okay, nice, I gotta go now. And I think after not being able to talk for so long and be a part of the world, it's hard to reel myself in, I gotta just calm down again. But I don't care. It's good to be back and feel like a person, and not be sitting inside watching everyone live outside, and I'm part of it now. So I'm so happy, and don't give up. I was in a dark place. I had already decided how I was going to end it all. It was that bad. I was just commenting with someone today on my other video, and saying, he was asking about TMJ, because he has such bad TMJ, and I said, oh my gosh, my TMJ was horrible. I literally used to just sit on the couch with my jaw slack hanging open, because it was so bad. It was rough. I'm not gonna sit here and go through all of it, because you all know how bad it is. But there's hope. You can get back. You can be yourself again. It happens. Don't look at all the negative posts that you see, And don't give up hope, because you will get better. It does go away. You will get better. So please send me any comments, questions, anything. I respond to everyone, because I know how I felt, and I needed hope, and I needed someone to talk to that may be at a different stage. And I've watched other videos of people that have already recovered, and one, Marissa, her name is, and she's like 4.5 years recovered now. And I've asked her, how long till you felt this, and how, we all need that. And so please ask anything. I'm happy to help and say, tell you any symptoms I had and what got better quickly and what didn't. And so anyway, I'm back. So anyway, thank you, and please comment, and I'll try and do a video again in a few months, and just see how I'm doing, if I'm like feeling great every day. So all right, I hope. Bye.